Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Today I want to talk a little bit about what was happening on this leg day. I only filmed my squats, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk over this footage and hope that it's enough for me to get all the information that I want to get out to you guys. One of the things that I get asked the most about is my stretching routine, my mobility routine, and you guys don't see it a lot on my channel because I honestly just do not have one. I don't do this as often as I should, and I've started to just because my lower body has been really tight, and obviously with a tight lower body you can't get the most out of your squats. So by incorporating this at least 2 times a week when I do lower body, I have noticed a huge difference. And I think one of the biggest problems that we have is that we don't actually stretch or do any mobility work at all, and that is the reason why we're all so tight. So even just adding in mobility work once a week will help you with your power output, your range of motion, and your recovery. Whenever I'm warming up and do mobility work, the first thing I do is I like to do the movement that I'm going to be performing with body weight just to see what feels the tightest. And for me on the squat, it's usually the shoulders and my hip flexors that feel the tightest. So I will do some internal and external rotator cuff exercises, and then I will also do some resting squats, so just sitting in my squats to open up the hips, which is what you can see me doing here. Personally, I don't think there's a specific amount of time that you need to do this for. I like to go by feel, and I just sit in there for about 30 seconds and I go into my warm-up sets with my squats, and if I still feel like my hips don't feel very mobile, I will keep doing it until I feel a little bit better. Moving on from that, I went ahead and did some leg swings, which I find help me open up the hips a lot and stretch the glutes a little bit as well. As you guys can see, I'm very into dynamic stretching. I don't like doing static stretching. I just feel like it doesn't really get the muscle warm, not like dynamic stretching does anyways. So that's why you see me making sure that I do stretches that have a lot of movement in them. I find it helps my range of motion a lot more. When I do feel like being a good athlete and actually doing my mobility work, I will do 3 to 4 rounds of this, each stretch back to back for 10 to 15 reps. After those leg swings, I moved on to knee hugs, which are awesome for loosening up the glutes and the hips. And then moving on from that, jumped into some walking straight leg kicks, which are awesome for stretching your calves, your lower back, and your hamstrings. These dynamic stretches, I will also do some warm-up sets with my squats. So I will slowly increase the weight. I'll usually do 10-pound increments, but my coach actually, after watching this footage, he told me to drop the weight for my working sets, which were 8 reps for 3 sets. He said I should drop down to 140 pounds, and this way it should make the set a lot more cleaner in terms of my form and much less of a grinder. So it'll make the volume much easier to get in, because I usually complain that I'm pushing too much weight, and by the time that I'm done my squats, I literally feel like I have no energy for the rest of my workout. So the reason being is that I guess I was going too heavy on my working set. The focus is definitely to go heavy because I do want to grow, but not to the point where it's causing so much fatigue that it's actually coming in between the performance for the rest of my workout. Here you can see me doing a warm-up set with 95 pounds, and prior to this I did a warm-up set with 65 pounds, and before that I did a warm-up set with 45 pounds. So I'll do the bar, 10 plate aside, then I'll do a 25 plate aside, then I'll go to 45 plate aside, and then I'll do my first working set after I have done all of those, and I will do around 10 to 12 reps per warm-up set. And once I have found a weight that feels challenging, that's when I will call it a working set. But normally I know what kind of weight I'm shooting for, and I will do just 1 rep with my working set weight just to feel the weight and get familiar with it. I'll re-rack it, take a little bit of a breather, and then I will go into my first working set, which is 8 reps right now. Aside from stretching, mobility work, and warm-up sets, I also wanted to talk about the few things that I try to remember when I'm squatting so I can get the most out of my squat and have the best form possible. The thing that I struggle with the most but always try to remember is to make sure that I'm really bracing my core before descending. This way I can keep my core tight, take all the pressure from my lower back off, and keep a rigid spine throughout the entire movement. Another thing that I always try to remember is making sure that I'm packing my shoulders under the lats and kind of pretending that I'm breaking the bar over my back, and this actually helps me keep my elbows in, which I wasn't doing very well of a job here. And this will also help you keep your chest upright throughout the entire movement, which also means you will keep your back as upright as possible, which is essentially what you want during your squat. And another thing that I find helps me as well is pretending that I'm spreading the floor with my feet, and this actually helps me keep my knees out. That way when I'm pushing the weight back up, my knees aren't crumbling and they're not in a weak position at all. And another thing is pushing up through the heels, the hips, and squeezing those glutes at the top. So I think that's about all I had to say for the workout. I did do some static stretches after the entire workout, so I'm going to let those play. Since I only trained lower body this day, I did very lower body focused stretches. I did about 30 seconds of each stretch, and then I did 3 to 4 sets of each. So I will let those play right now. I hope you guys enjoyed those little tips. I hope they were helpful. If they were, make sure you give the video a thumbs up to let me know, or comment below. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Guys, for once I'm not sitting here complaining about the weather. It's actually kind of warm. I just wrapped up an upper body workout. I actually had a really good workout. Yesterday I had like a complete rest day from the gym, barely even got any steps, and I got like 150 total, I think. Felt ready, recovered, and energized to get in there today and have an amazing workout. As you guys saw earlier, I am kind of backing off the weight from my squats and trying to like focus on form and all of that, because now that it's my off season, I know that I want to make physique improvements and get stronger, but at the same time I also want to make sure that I'm not gonna get injured and that I'm making the most out of my lift by keeping good form. During prep I was really struggling with the weight, and my focus was definitely on how much weight I was lifting over my form, and even though my form was still good, it didn't feel very good. So even if it looks good, if it doesn't feel good, drop the weight, drop your ego, and focus on your form a little bit. I always just have like such bad mind blocks when I'm vlogging. I'm like, what was I saying again? I'm really happy that I've been able to really focus on my workouts when I get into the gym. I've had a pretty busy mind for the past like week. I've just had a lot of thoughts in my head, and I think it's because there's been a lot of change in my life, in terms of just like the fact that my lease is up in March, so I'm gonna be moving out of Calgary. More detail. Oh shit. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm just going to put my hand here just in case. I'm going to be moving away from Calgary. More details on that later on when everything is kind of like finalized, and I am 100% sure that that's what I'm doing, because I've been changing my mind a lot. And the fact that I'm not competing this year, and the fact that my goals this year are kind of drifting away from fitness a little bit, even though I'm still going to be doing what I regularly do in terms of fitness, just because like it's my lifestyle and I'm just like used to this. It's habit now. I enjoy it. I like it. It keeps me energized. It makes me feel good. But at the end of the day, what I'm doing is kind of like pursuing something else outside of the fitness industry, and I think it's great to venture out and try different things, and especially because I feel like I'm more than just fitness. So that's why I want to try something new, but at the same time it's all very scary, and even though it's very scary, it's really exciting as well. And you know, I think I always say you don't want to feel comfortable, which is why I'm doing this, because I'm getting kind of comfortable. So I want to venture out and try new things, but I think all the changes happening in my life just got me kind of like going all over the place and confusing me in terms of like what I really want to do, and just making sure that I am doing what's making me happy. And you know, it's just a lot, I guess. I can sit down and elaborate on this if you guys really want to. Let me know down below, but that's just kind of like me letting you know what's going on inside of me. Like, I'm good, I feel happy, but some days I'm just like really confused, and I'm like, is this really what I want to be doing? And the fact that I'm having those thoughts scares me a little bit, because I feel like if you're doing what you want to do, there really shouldn't be any doubts. So I don't know, that's just kind of like what's going through my mind. I'm really happy that I've been able to just like leave that at the door when I get into the gym. I think it's super important to make sure that when you get into the gym, you kind of leave all that stuff at the door and focus on your lifts, because lifting is a lot more than just physical. It's very mental as well. And if your mental strength isn't there, your lifts aren't going to be either. You're going to be distracted. You're not going to be focusing on what you're supposed to do, all your cues, making sure that you're keeping good form, and just making sure that you're really pushing the weight. So make sure that when you get into the gym, you leave everything that's going on in your life at the door. That's your time to shine. That's your time to do you and focus on your strength and kind of focus on what you can control. A lot of the time we kind of get lost on things we can't control, and when you really think about it, it's just a waste of time, because if you can't control it, then nothing is going to change. So why would you let that come in between something that you can control, such as your time in the gym, your time to work on your health and your strength and all of that? So just wanted to share that with you guys. We are headed home right now. I don't know what the day has in store, but it's a Monday, so let's get it done. As I was about to take the turn to go home, I remember that I am actually out of greens. If you guys aren't taking greens, you've heard me talk about them quite a bit. They're basically a supplement to make sure that you're getting a variety of micronutrients from vegetables. Most people either don't get enough veggies in their daily diet, or they don't get enough of a variety of vegetables. The green supplements basically mixes all veggies into one little scoop. You get all micronutrients from vegetables, and you get your daily serving of vegetables. So even if you are eating enough veggies for the day, I would highly recommend using a green supplement, just because it's never a bad idea. So we're gonna stock up on some greens, probably some kombucha, and we'll see what else we find.
It's been almost a year since you left me here. Am I writing too soon? Heard you found someone new. I've been seeing someone lately, but he's nothing like you. Remember how it used to be before you flew across the sea, when the only thing we knew to be was young. Now I'm standing at the beach where we'd hide and smoke our weed, and now
So I ended up getting the pineapple coconut greens. The main thing you want to look for in your greens is a big variety of vegetables, and this actually has land, sea, and cruciferous vegetables, green food concentrates, herbs and plant oils, phytonutrients, and amazing taste. So that's what I look for in my greens, just a big variety of vegetables. And something else I should mention as well is that with greens, if you are on competition prep, I would highly recommend tracking them, just because it is added calories and over time they will add up. Just like these babies here, love my kombucha, but they do have 16 grams of carbs for one entire bottle. It says 8 on the back, but it's only for 240 milliliters, and there's 480 milliliters on here. Someone actually pointed that out on one of my videos, I think like last week, and I actually noticed it too when I was in LA, and I was like, oh, well, would you look at that? Another Lenny and Larry's cookie gimmick. It's like, since when did half a bottle become one serving? Or since when did half a cookie become one serving? Like, it just doesn't work like that. Human beings don't work like that. We don't just have half. And then I also got some ghee. So this is awesome for your digestive system. I've never tried it before. I think in my previous video I talked about it, so I can't remember exactly everything it does for your digestive system, but let's look it up. I think I did talk about this in my last video, but I will go over it again. On this article that I was reading, it says that it heals digestive problems because it is extraordinarily rich in butyric acid, which is used in the treatment of ulcers, IBS, ulcerative colitis, and colon cancer, among other things. It works by soothing and reducing inflammation in the digestive tract and healing wounds in the mucus lining of the stomach and intestines. It also balances the hydrochloric acid levels in the stomach, which are frequently disturbed in those with digestive problems. And it's literally butter. It's just a clarified form of butter. So I'm excited to add this to my diet, and I will let you guys know if I feel a difference within like the next 3 weeks, because I'm sure it'll take a bit before it actually like kicks in. But it does say that it's one of the things that actually acts the fastest when it comes to healing your digestive system. So I'm super excited for this. I'm actually going to try it out with my eggs this morning, and then I'll try this out right now and let you guys know what the flavor is like, because I know it is really hard to find good tasting greens, so we'll give that a try right now. Oh my god. Holy damn, these are good. Progressive ground veggie greens. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Literally. Well, as I was just about to tell you guys that I'll open that when I cook breakfast because I took a shower and I still haven't eaten yet. It's 11:25. This came in the mail for my door. Literally, they knocked and just left it there. So, mailman, wherever you are, thank you for bringing me this because I know what it is. See you guys this later when I get some food in my tummy because I'm hungry. Like 100% of the time, every single time, I regret eating out of a plate when I start mixing up my food. Let's give tzatziki a try. I tried it a little bit with just on its own, and it tasted a little bit odd, but I'm sure in food it tastes different, hopefully. It just tastes like fat, like it's buttery. There's nothing wrong with butter. And something that I've been doing lately with my puffed wheat cereal is adding some crushed almonds on top. It's changed the puffed wheat game for me, 100%. First things first, we're restocking the PES subs. So I got some Alphamine, we have some high volume, got some amino IV, and then I also ordered some more vegan select protein because I am out of the vanilla flavor and now I'm out of the chocolate flavor. So I don't know if you guys have tried the vegan select before. Obviously, if you're not vegan, then there's really no reason why you would even try it. But to be honest, I think it's a nice switch up. It's a good way to give your body a break from whey and just the regular protein powder. So the macros for this one are 4 carb, 1 fiber, 20 protein, and 0 fat for 1 scoop, and that's 100 calories. And then I believe the chocolate one has 6 carb and 0.5 fat, 20 grams of protein. So I love this vegan protein. If you guys haven't tried it yet, I would highly recommend giving it a try. I'm sure you guys are familiar with these, the Alphamine, raspberry lemonade, and the cotton candy high volume. It's what I normally take pre-workout. This is a pump enhancer, and this is a fat burner, and kind of a pre-workout. It has some caffeine in it, so that's why I use it pre-workout most of the times, not for the fat burning components, but more so because it has the caffeine and it's going to give me that extra energy boost that I need to kill my workouts. I also got some prolific samples. If you guys saw this morning, I actually used some prolific because I am out of high volume, and instead of just using Alphamine, I chose to use the prolific instead because prolific is actually kind of like this mixture here. So kind of like the Alphamine and high volume minus the fat burning components. So it has some caffeine in it. It also has some components to give you a better pump, to focus more during your workouts, and to improve your mind-muscle connection. So if you guys haven't tried prolific yet, I would highly recommend trying it out. It doesn't make you jittery. It doesn't give you that tingly feeling because there's no beta-alanine, and there is no crazy caffeine crashes as well because they use very high-quality products that mix well together and prevent this from happening. So if you guys haven't tried these products before, I would highly recommend them. You guys see them in my videos almost every single time I vlog, and it's because I do use them every single day. They're not necessary, and I can't stress this enough. Like, you don't need supplements. They will simply just help you optimize your results. They're just supplements to, you know, improve your recovery, your performance, and all of that. So I'm gonna open up the Alphalete package and show you guys what's in there, and then I'm gonna get down to work and probably set you guys down for a bit because I need to charge my camera. Short sleeve ones. So these are men's. I think 2 or 3 vlogs ago I got the long sleeve version, so these are just the exact same but a short sleeve, and they're performance shirts, and I got this in black, white, blue, and burgundy, and they're all a size small because that's what I wear in men's size for Alphalete. And then we got the Alphalete hoodies, which I am super freaking excited about. 100% approved. This one's like a navy blue and red, which I love. Got navy blue. Black. There's a gray one as well. What's up? So that's what we got from Alphalete. You guys saw what I got from PS. And I'm gonna put all this away and get straight to work. From 50 minutes to 19, actually 58 minutes. I'll be exact with you guys. Down to 19 minutes. Hopefully have it edited by tonight and upload it for either tomorrow or the day after. It's 9:36 right now, so I'm gonna have my last meal, share what I'm having with y'all, and then I am calling it a night because it's been a very good and productive day and I could not feel better. Days when I get things done, I just literally go to bed feeling so damn good. And I just always try to remember that any day that I don't feel like doing anything, I'm just like, just remember how accomplished you're gonna feel once you know that you got everything done. So it's been a good day. I'm talking like this because there's really bad lighting in this condo, and if I don't hold the camera up, then it'll be like really bad shadows like this. So that's why we're doing this. But I'm gonna make my last meal and I'll show you guys what I'm having. So I guess you can call this the main course. We got some chicken, spaghetti squash, avocado, holy guacamole actually. It's not just avocado, it's holy guacamole. And then some shredded lettuce, some spaghetti squash, ketchup, Clubhouse Parmesan herb seasoning. Gonna mix all of this up, eat it up, and then I'll show you guys what I'm having for dessert, even though you guys probably already know what I'm having. Guys, we did it. About to share the video so it uploads to the tube, and then we're gonna festejar. So for this dessert, I want you guys to pause the video and comment below what you think I'm gonna eat. It's pretty predictable and it's something that I always have, so I just want to see how well you guys know me. Do it. Guessed correctly. Ew, this is so bad. I look like the pollillo. I'm gonna throw a picture of the pollillo right here just so you guys know who he is. But if you guys guessed correctly, I want you to give the video a thumbs up just so I know how many of you out there actually know me. I'm gonna eat this right now and then I will close off the vlog. What did you 100? I don't know what's grosser, the filter or your laugh. Who remembers this guy? It's been so long. Let's bring him back into the picture. We were taking a break, but now we're back together. But I almost forgot to close off the vlog, but the good part is that I didn't. So that's about it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Thank you so much for joining me on another day in my life, I guess. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, you enjoy what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, anything to tell me, then make sure to leave that down below. I will catch you guys in the next video.